Many people, such as myself, were told, you're not supposed to be where you are. Statistically, you shouldn't have finished college twice. You shouldn't be doing a doctorate. You shouldn't be getting married. And that's just my example, but I feel as though it's possible for everybody. We don't have to become our families. We don't have to become our illness. Hi, I'm Strawberry. I'm here today to talk about how I live with mental health conditions, and I'm also a family member of those who live with them as well. My mental health journey started when I was very young. I grew up with a mother with schizophrenia. My father was suffering from alcoholism. So throughout my childhood, there was a mix of both of that. So there really was two parents that weren't capable of being parents. And they did the best they could, but it was very difficult. And when I was 5, my father stopped drinking. But my mom always struggled with schizophrenia throughout my entire life. And I feel like as I got older, it progressed and it progressed. And even though there was a lot of mental illness in my family between the alcoholism and the schizophrenia, I had a lot of family that also struggled with bipolar disorder, also suffered with schizophrenia. I lost a few cousins to suicide, but these issues weren't really discussed. And I feel like if they were discussed, we would have been able to have kind of like a back and forth, and we never really had that. We were connected with many resources through NAMI that helped us through this to navigate, I guess, these issues as a family and also individually. And I began receiving like therapy services, and I went consistently for 4 years when I was suffering with my own depression and anxiety and I guess the effects of what I was living through on a daily basis. And, I did struggle with a lot of the effects of trauma with the way I grew up, and NAMI definitely stepped in and helped me through that and, talked to me about how, people don't ask for mental illnesses. Most of the time it's genetic, and like my mother didn't ask to be sick, and I never really understood that. And when it came to even going to college, NAMI was the group that took me to my placement test because I had 2 parents that didn't drive. And that just meant so much to me because, I say to this day, if I didn't have that, would I have went to college? I could have said, you know what, I can't get there. I don't have a foundation. But NAMI stepped in. And that kind of planted the seed for me at a young age. And, as I got older, there were other mental health challenges with my mood and depression and anxiety. But I always had the resources that were there because of NAMI. Recovery is possible. It's not easy. It takes work and dedication and going to support groups and reaching out to the right people and wanting to be better. I think a big part of it comes from willingness. Like, I didn't want to become like my family. I was scared of what my life could have been if I didn't get healthy. And that was my motivation for becoming healthy and engaging myself in all the different resources and possibilities. If I was talking to the younger me, I don't think she saw much of a future. She didn't think she would live past 22. So I would say, like, look at you now. You were able to do a doctorate. You're about to get married. You work full time. You're a good person. And I think you may have not seen that then. You may have not felt like that at 9, 10, 11 years old, but the world is definitely yours and everything you hoped for. NAMI advocates for getting support early, and I agree with that completely. I work in higher education and I teach on the side, and I always bring NAMI's in our own voice presentations into my classes because I want to plant the seed young. It also teaches my students and those who know me that I'm a safe person to talk to, so then I can connect them with resources to NAMI or to their college or to the counseling center. And I feel like we all have a responsibility to be able to do that if we can. There was a professor I did a presentation for in our own voice, and she connected one of her students with me who was really struggling. Similar diagnosis, similar situation, and it was good for us to be able to connect, and she was able to confide in me that she was going to go into treatment, and it felt good that I was able to be a support system for her. I feel as though if I could just be a listening ear and have that connection, that's amazing. And I've had a few students who've come forward saying, I'm struggling, I'm going inpatient next week, or I'm struggling, I need to go to the hospital. And I feel the fact that they are able to speak about it and then I'm able to kind of check in is definitely a gift. I tell younger students that I see in similar situations that you can do it. Don't listen to those people, because there are guidance counselors and advisors that are discouraging. And I say, don't listen to them. You have it in you. And there wasn't anybody to really tell me that before I became part of the NAMI community, but I'm happy that I was able to have that realization. And I tell everybody, you are not your parents, you are not your family, you're your own person, and you can be different and you could strive for everything you want. You don't need to be consumed by that. I walk mainly for the awareness purpose, but I have lost family to suicide before, somewhere when I was younger, and more recently in the upcoming years. And I walk for those, but I also walk for the hope that we won't have those situations anymore, that there'll be awareness and help and support for those in need. Mental health for all means everything we can do to better ourselves. So the walk through NAMI supports that. That's one of the main missions, the motto, that reason why we walk, so we can all recover and get better. And that is why we walk. And that is why we are all here. Participating in the walk is so important. I feel like it's not just a NAMI event, it's a community event, and it was amazing. These are the people I would see Tuesday nights at our meeting, and people that I've grown with and have grown with me and their families. So I feel like it was amazing for us to partake together for this great cause, but also connect with one another and, spread the mission of NAMI, but also realizing why we're all there for ourselves and our families together. To open and speak about my story at the beginning of the walk was incredible. I was honored that I was even asked. I was like, me? It was so amazing to have that impact where everybody was able to hear my story in such a big crowd. And I was just so honored by all the positive comments I received and how everybody was so supportive and loving and, understood exactly what I was saying. And it just felt amazing to be able to kind of represent that at such a big event for NAMI. The walk makes me feel very empowered. It's not just an event for our organization, but an event for the entire community. And by participating in the walk, or even being aware that the walk exists, people can become aware about the support that NAMI has to offer. And the walk also provides funding for the community and those in need, but it's also just important for people who are struggling or people who are connected to find others. Together for mental health, for me, means everything. I believe our mental health conditions can easily isolate us and make us feel alone, but together we can work together and connect and realize we're not alone. NAMI was my community when I didn't have a community and gave me encouragement and support in a time where there was none. There were times when I was younger and I said, I struggle with mental illness. My family struggles with mental illness. I can't do anything. This is going to be my life. But NAMI taught me otherwise and encouraged me the whole way. And NAMI's become my chosen family and my community because of all the support I received at such a young age. With NAMI, you are not alone.